While the Taiwan Strait and the South China Sea look set to be the venues of an upcoming multilateral conflict, a small nation named Djibouti is all set to become the battleground of a major conflict between several nations. Already home to the military bases of the US, France, Italy, Japan, and China, more countries look forward to establishing their military bases in the African nation. Djibouti now hosts multiple layers of conflict and adversarial powers in its tiny territory. Hi and welcome to TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Rohan Sardeva, and in this video, we'll discuss how Djibouti is becoming the biggest war theater on the planet. While the entire world is looking at the South China Sea and the Taiwan Strait as the venues of a bloody multilateral conflict, a bigger war theater is in the making in the Horn of Africa. We are talking about Djibouti, a tiny country spread over 23,000 square kilometers, which hosts some of the biggest military giants on the planet. In fact, Djibouti houses more foreign military bases than any other country in the world. France, the US, Italy, Japan, and China already have military bases in Djibouti, while India, Russia, Saudi, and Turkey are planning to establish military bases in the African country. So friends and enemies from all regions of the world are establishing their military bases in Djibouti in very close proximity to one another. But what makes Djibouti so special? Why does every world power want to ramp up military presence in this tiny country of fewer than 1 million people? Well, the answer lies in Djibouti's location, which makes it geostrategically and geoeconomically crucial. Let's take a look at Djibouti's map, for example. Djibouti, as one can notice, lies right at the crossroads of the Gulf of Aden and the Red Sea. The narrow stretch of water passing in between Yemen and Djibouti is called the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. This is a narrow choke point that connects Asia with the Mediterranean, and with the making of the Suez Canal, Bab el-Mandeb Strait suddenly became a crucial shipping link. Vessels carrying goods and oil between the Middle East and Europe and North America must pass through the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. Oil and trade-dependent Arab powers like Riyadh, as well as European buyers like France and Germany, therefore, find Djibouti to be extremely important. In 2018, for example, 6.2 million tons of crude oil shipments flowed through the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. It is crucial for oil trade between the Middle East and Europe that the Bab el-Mandeb is kept safe from non-state actors, piracy activities, and terror groups. Djibouti, a relatively stable regime in an otherwise volatile region, is the only hope. This explains why France, the former colonial part of Djibouti, maintains the largest concentration of its foreign troops in the country. Soldiers from Germany and Spain are also hosted by France in Djibouti. Asian markets like India, China, and Singapore are also concerned about Djibouti and the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, since millions of hydrocarbon supplies moved through these Asian countries since 2018. This is again why China established its maiden military base in Djibouti. This was an issue of concern for strategic circles in New Delhi. Clearly, India wouldn't fancy a situation where a belligerent and unfair power like China controls the oil trade towards Asia via Djibouti. Anyhow, India's key ally Japan also operates a military base in the East African country, which does offer a lot of respite. India too has been looking to improve its ties with Djibouti. In 2019, India felicitated Djibouti President Ismail Omar Guelleh with its second highest civilian award, the Padma Vibhushan. This was a part of India's efforts to shore up its influence in the strategically located country. Again, Djibouti's significance is not only the consequence of the rich oil trade that flows through the region. The regional leverage that Djibouti enjoys is enormous. Firstly, it serves as the dominating source of landlocked Ethiopia's maritime trade. Ethiopia has been witnessing exponential economic growth, and it wouldn't be possible without access to neighboring Djibouti's port facilities. Secondly, Djibouti is located in geographical proximity to terror hotbeds like Yemen and the Horn of Africa. This is exactly why the US established Camp Lemonnier in Djibouti after the 9/11 terror attacks. It presently serves as the biggest American military base in all of Africa. At the same time, the UAE and Saudi Arabia would also be tempted to look at Djibouti in order to establish a firm grip over Yemen, as the two countries lie just across the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. Just imagine a small tiny country spread over just 23,000 square kilometers, and within that small territory, the country hosts rival powers like China against France and Japan. In the future, the situation could get far more complex, and if Russia also establishes a base here, then Biden's US and Putin's Russia might also come dangerously close to a possible conflict. Finally, if Saudi Arabia and Turkey face off each other in Djibouti, then the East African country would face some real risks of a proxy conflict. Djibouti is literally hosting multiple layers of conflicts and adversarial powers in its tiny territory. Going ahead, Djibouti is bound to become the biggest war theater in the planet.